Hello, and a warm welcome back to our podcast series, Holding It All Together, Even When It's Heavy. Mother's Day was just a few days ago, and I've been sitting with it a little and wondering how it was for you. Because the truth is, this day doesn't land the same way for everyone. Some of you might have anticipated it, planned something special, maybe a lunch or a brunch, a massage, flowers, or a day out. And some of you might have gone into it already knowing it would feel a little bit heavy. Others might have brushed it off completely, just another Sunday. And then there are those moments that catch you off guard. A message you didn't receive, a conversation that didn't happen, a feeling you thought you had under control that suddenly wasn't. So for me, it's always a mixture on Mother's Day, and it is a little heavy before and even a little heavy after. My mom has Alzheimer's, and there is something very quiet and very painful about not being able to call her. I'm still not used to it, and I probably never will because it's not easy. And not being recognized, not being met in the same connection. So Mother's Day becomes something else. It's not a celebration anymore, but more like a reflection, as I was sharing, a remembering, and also mixed maybe with some anticipated grieving in a way that's hard to explain. Hello, and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started. So I know many of you carry your own version of that. Maybe your mom is no longer here. Maybe your relationship is complicated. Maybe you're longing to become a mother yourself, and that space still feels empty. Or maybe you were surrounded by people and still felt alone in it. So instead of asking, how was Mother's Day? I want to gently ask, what stayed with you after it? What lingered? Because often it's not the day itself, it's what it brings up underneath. So let me share 3 thoughts with you today, just as gentle anchors as you sit with whatever is still there. The first is this. There is no right way to experience a day like this. You don't have to feel grateful. You don't have to feel strong. And you don't have to make it meaningful. If it felt like nothing, that's okay. If it felt like too much, that's okay too. The second is what you felt deserves space. Even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it feels contradictory. You might have smiled and still felt a quiet sadness. You might have been okay and then suddenly not. There is no need to tidy that up. And the third is something I come back to again and again. Mothering is not only something we receive, it's something we can offer. Sometimes to others, and sometimes, especially on days like these, to ourselves. In the way we speak to ourselves, in the way we hold ourselves through difficult moments, in the way we allow ourselves to feel without pushing it away. So we can be that mom to ourselves and feel the love, the safety, that warm hug. So like me, I'm always in between on those days because as I truly and deeply enjoy the love and the attention and the hugs I get from my children. And at the same time, I'm thinking about my mom, and it's filled with lots of memories. So the key is also on how to hold it, on how to remember it in a good way, in a special way, in a loving way. And I felt exactly like that last Sunday. It was filled with love. It was filled with lots and lots of gratitude. And I just started to write a letter to my mom in the morning, and then I finished it in the evening. And it was filled with moments of love, with moments of connection, also moments filled with joyful memories that we shared together. My mom loved to laugh a lot. And this is how I decided I wanted to keep it that day. So you have a choice. You have a choice on how you want to keep such a day in your heart, on a piece of paper, in your mind. So before we close the day, I want to invite you into a small moment, nothing big, just something gentle. If you can, place one hand on your heart and one on your belly, and just take a slow breath in and out. And again, in and a long exhale. And as you sit there, you might want to ask yourself quietly, what do I need after this week? Not what I should do or not what needs to be fixed. Just what do I need? And see what comes. And if Mother's Day brought up something tender for you, you are not alone in that. And if it passed by quietly, that's okay too. It can also help us to think about, how do I want to experience that day next year? Or any other day that is coming up that maybe is attached with some memories, some meaning that you want to give it. So wherever you find yourself right now, you are allowed to be there gently. Thank you for being here with me today. And if this episode felt like something someone else might need, please share it with them. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for now, and see you next week. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.